What's going on, everybody? This is Politically Diamond coming to you live again on my break. I came out to go out on break and I ran into some peaceful protesters. See, this is what a peaceful protest look like. This is a peaceful protest. The police just passed and honked their horn. It was one jackass that was just out here calling them all type of names. You can see that on my short that I just posted. Y'all want to go closer? They're protesting about ICE. Peaceful protests.
My U.S. passport with me while living in this country. My rights have been violated, so has the rights of every single one of us. We are living a lie. We are living.
This right outside my job. See, I report the news inside. They come outside to a protest.
The reason why I am here today is because I want to talk to the youth of America. I want to talk to our Spanish youth. I want to talk to those American youth that their parents may not have legal status, but they are giving everything they can to this country. I want to talk to them. Remember, you have a voice. Register to vote. I will tell you, vote has no cover. Vote has no monetary value, but vote has a voice. Your vote will get you out of this administration. And now everybody on the Spanish, because I know that we've got our Spanish representatives here. Tenemos que pelear por nuestros derechos. Quiero que todos, por favor, puedan votar para votar. Tenemos que tomar control de este gobierno porque todos estamos aquí.
These people have been protesting for a while now. When I say for weeks, they've been protesting, and it has never gotten out of hand. And they say Louisiana people crazy, but we ain't crash out.
So please, everyone, we all know that this country, this land that we are standing on, was built by every single one that is here, not just one person. So let me tell you something. See all this around us? Be scared of that government, but we're going to get over. All this is going to stop. And you want me to tell you how it's going to stop? By every single one of us here standing up proud for who we are and bringing back that American dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Harold. Give it up for Harold. All right, I want to thank Harold also for making this a multilingual space because we know that there are lots of people in that group who speak lots of different languages. So in honor of that, let's do a chant in Spanish. Y'all ready? Yeah. All right, so this chant means the people united will never be defeated, okay? So el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated. United will never be defeated. All right, just a quick reminder, if there are any distractions, do not
Your girl be on the
I
scene.
am Danny. I'm here speaking on behalf of Pulse and for People United to Leave St. George of You. And I know hearing the name St. George in this parish brings about a lot of different feelings. It triggers a lot of different emotions. And it should, because the reality is St. George was born from racial division. It was born from the erosion of rights. It was born from censorship. It enrages us, and it should. I assure you, Pulse represents the diverse groups, the outliers who live in St. George, that are misrepresented every single day. We represent the 46% of the people that voted against the incorporation of St. George in 2019. Our organizers weren't here to take place in that vote in 2019 because we were either not living here yet or because we were living in areas that were strategically cut out while they gave themselves the advantage in that 2019 vote. For those who moved here, they thought they were moving to Baton Rouge because that's what the address said. And if I'm being honest with you, that's what it still says at the post office. Because putting a label on something and declaring it as your own doesn't make it so. St. George was litigated for nearly 5 years. And 2 lower courts looked at the actual evidence and decided this will cause harm. They ruled that it violated our state constitution to harm a neighboring city. But this was carried up to the state Supreme Court. And they took advantage of a newly appointed 2019 far-right judge to get a win, automatic, all of a sudden, after 5 years when it wasn't such a big deal. And to nobody's surprise, they came up to a 5-4 split overturned decision at the Supreme Court level. And 2 years later, we're now watching in real time exactly what those 2 lower courts said would happen. They're causing harm. Right now, we are fighting for the best that our community has to offer. Resources. We're fighting for our public libraries, our public parks, our public transportation, mosquito abatement, council of aging, just to name a few. All of these are vital services. St. George claims they're building a city from the ground up. Where? All I see is them stealing a city that was already here, simply because they feel entitled to it. And the only places that are left to build are in active low-lying flood zones. They're putting their residents and their properties in immediate harm's way. They're selling out their services to the highest bidder to help get their buddies and themselves big fat checks. Does that sound familiar? If you feel like you're being attacked from all levels, it's because you are. And that feeling is soul-crushing. It may feel like it's not worth it to show up if the media is not always here, or if they're not presenting something, or they're only focusing on the numbers or the amount of people that showed up or the times that were made. I challenge that feeling today. It's scary to stand up when you feel like your way of life is being threatened. It's uncomfortable. But if we're not feeling uncomfortable, we're not growing. And America has to grow right now. We have to get used to being uncomfortable. Because if we're going to be scared, don't you feel like you'd rather be scared standing shoulder to shoulder next to someone who's going to have your back? The truth is that when we turn away, we give them the power to win. You may feel powerless, but the opposition is never going to tell you how close you are to beating them.
Oh, sorry, honey.
St. George came down to 1 vote. The ability for them to go after their independent school district will be on every single registered voter's ballot this May. And now you will have the opportunity to weigh in and tell them if you're cool with them taking away something that belonged to somebody else first simply because they felt entitled to it. If you're cool with them stealing resources from an already underfunded service, if you're cool with that, you get to weigh in on that finally. But we have to show up. We have to listen to the advocates that are on the ground doing the work in real time, and we have to be ready to be in those spaces whenever they tell us that they need us there. Because say it with me, when we show up, we win. Say it again, repeat it. When we show up, we win. We win if we unite. We win if we stay active. We win if we vote. 1 seat at a time, 1 district at a time. People are paying attention. The opposition is moving the goalposts because they're afraid of our growing numbers. It's Site 101, and we've seen this movie play out over and over and over again. It's gonna get worse.
All right, guys. So that's just a little peaceful protest. See, that's what you call a peaceful protest. And you see what I'm doing? I'm walking away. I ain't got no gun. I ain't out here acting the fool. And I'm gonna go home alive tonight. Yeah. I'm hollering at y'all.